The court. The court calls Carson County cause number 9909, in the interest of the Holcomb minor children. Appearances, please. Schmidt. Your Honor, J.D. Schmidt on behalf of petitioner, Mavant, Jesse Bailey. We're present and ready. I believe we have worked out an agreement. And after talking with the court, we are ready to announce that today. Sherwood. Show Sherwood for respondent, Your Honor, and that's correct. The court. The way I suggest we do is one of you announce your understanding of the agreement. The other attorney will fill in any gaps that may be there. I will put both of you under oath to make sure this is your agreement. Who is going to announce? Schmidt. I'll announce it. The court. All right. Schmidt. Your Honor, the pending motions today included a motion for contempt and a couple of modifications. What we have come up with in our negotiations is my client and her 2 daughters, which are here and present today, Your Honor, they are going to start a visitation process therapeutically through Jennings Counseling in Amarillo. The cost is going to be split between the parties. If there's any individual counseling for my client, she will pay that cost on her own. That counseling will begin as quick as possible, as soon as they can get an appointment, and will be at least for a duration of 1 month. Following that month, it will return to the prior order, where my client has standard possession order. However, counseling will continue as needed with Jennings Counseling Services with the kiddos. As far as the contempt action, we're agreeing to stay those for now. Mr. Sherwood's client is agreeing to stay the child support request and things of that nature. And we'll try to get it done through this temporary order, and hopefully, it can bring everyone together. With regard to one change though, at this point, Mr. Holcomb is carrying the medical insurance, but my client has agreed to split the cost, so that's one change we will make in the temporary going forward, following the visitation. Based on the fact that my client has not had visitation in a little over 4 months now, we're going to use some makeup visitation. We have agreed on 1 extra week for the summers, 1 extra weekend every other month, and swap Thanksgiving. Last year, she did not get any visitation for this Thanksgiving. This has been a very emotionally charged case, as the court can imagine. And I know the court has read the pleadings and is aware of kind of what's going on. Beyond that, I will prepare the order and get that submitted to the court and submitted to Mr. Sherwood first. And then going forward with the counseling, that should get us back to where we were, and all of this can be done, so they can have a little peace. The kids are both teenagers, so that it is a little bit difficult navigating this, but I think this will put us in the right direction, Your Honor. Sherwood. That's my understanding of the agreement, Judge. I don't have anything to add to that. The court. Okay. If you would both raise your right hands to be sworn. Parties sworn. The court. I approve the agreement. If you all will submit an order, I will execute it. I know of all the things we do, children should be the most emotional, should be what we fight for, I understand that. But I want you to understand that the children have got to be outside of the bickering. I am not trying to get the 2 of you to get along, I'm not. You all obviously have decided to marry each other and decided to stop. That's you all's business. But your children have got to be outside of that. You cannot drag your children into the middle of your bickering. You cannot. Now, I know some of the allegations that have been alleged, and I've got to tell you, I do this a lot. I do it a whole lot more than I want to. The thing that can get bad consequences is dragging your children into the fight between the 2 of you. If I find that either of you have tried to use your children in a way in the fight between the 2 of you, and whatever that may be, that is the kind of thing that will get bad consequences. Finances. I know finances are over within this, and I understand that. They don't bother me. I figure that property is property. But you don't bring your children into the middle of this. I want both of you to work together for your children's best interest. Your children deserve to have a relationship with their father. They deserve to have a relationship with their mother. They deserve it. And if it ever comes to a point where it should not happen, and I've got to tell you, as long as the children are under 18, I make that decision. And I have not. So, this is a temporary order, which means that you will come back. And when you come back, part of what I will do is see how things are going. I think that going to counseling, obviously, ma'am, I've got to tell you, there's obviously a problem that needs to be worked on, and I hope that you take advantage of the counseling, to work on whatever that problem may be to get past that. And sir, I want to encourage your children, your daughters, to do that. To go to counseling with the idea of, I don't know what the problem is. I don't. And at some point, it may become my business, but today, it's not. But whatever it is, let's work with the counselor to try to work past the problem, whatever that may be. Does that make sense, ma'am? Bailey. Yes, sir. Holcomb. Yes, sir. The court. Anything further? Schmidt. No, Your Honor.